Hello, in this video I want to talk about the role of Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space, whether or not it deserves the Crypto King title and how beneficial or harmful this is or may be in the future. First of all, let's remind ourselves why Bitcoin is the dominant cryptocurrency. It's the earliest successful implementation of blockchain technology and has the first mover advantage. It's the most time-tested and secure blockchain application. It's a gateway to other crypto assets and currencies and by far the most recognizable crypto brand all over the world. And it's supported by more exchanges, hardware and software than any altcoin. Bitcoin's network effect is a huge advantage, and at this moment chances are really high that it will remain as the leader of blockchain movement. All these factors shaped the current value proposition of Bitcoin, which seems to be a store of value as digital gold, and it's very unlikely to change anytime soon. If Bitcoin continues to follow the same path and association with digital gold only strengthens, then it will make sense for Bitcoin to remain as the most valuable blockchain-based asset. In that scenario, scarcity, security and stability would remain as its major advantages. Besides, digital economy is constantly getting bigger, becoming more and more influential, and in a very digital-friendly environment, it's logical to have a flexible alternative to gold. Another big reason why Bitcoin is an indisputable king and should remain as such is the lack of actively used blockchain solutions. There are almost no actual business implementations. Sure, there are lots of blockchain projects, but how many of them delivered working products that are meeting unmet needs? Big companies and governments are also testing this technology, but it's not even close to what it could and should be. Well, to be fair, adoption process of a completely new technology is always slow and painful, and currently the main barrier for blockchain is not lack of interest, but rather the technical issues. Existing distributed ledgers are not scalable and efficient enough, and until the developers solve these problems, the whole crypto and blockchain space relies mainly on promises. In such a speculative field, altcoins are mostly used for just making money, which are weak fundamentals. So they still rely heavily on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's reputation gets damaged, it will negatively affect the whole cryptocurrency market. Pretty much all altcoins will suffer from problems of Bitcoin, especially in terms of market capitalization. Until other projects deliver what they intended to, altcoin market will most likely continue to rely on Bitcoin's brand. Platforms with Ethereum as their lead have the best chance to move out of Bitcoin's shadow, if at least several truly successful applications will be built on top of them in the near future. Still, Bitcoin's brand is extremely powerful. That's by far its most valuable feature. Because of that, all forks of Bitcoin do more harm than good. Even if we ignore the obvious attempts of making easy money and centralizing the network, and just view forked chains as a way to improve the technology in the most efficient way, that still won't be enough to overtake the original Bitcoin, as long as the fork is not named Bitcoin. So forks just add confusion and uncertainty. All technical improvements should ideally be done on the original chain, and reaching consensus should be managed in a much more efficient way. That's what Bitcoin really needs, not the countless forks all claiming to be the real Bitcoin. Delay of SegWit2x showed the strength of the community, and I hope that we won't have any forks in the near future. Now that I've talked about the advantages of having Bitcoin as the king of crypto assets and blockchain technology, it's time to analyze downsides. The major disadvantage, from my point of view, is that Bitcoin's limited functionality and outdated technology damages reputation of crypto assets and currencies. To put it simply, Bitcoin clearly fails to be a good medium of exchange and is mostly used as a speculative tool. Because of high fees, long confirmation times, lack of consumer protection, and little incentive to spend due to its deflationary nature. Mining is more centralized than we would wish. That goes against the purpose of blockchain technology and makes Bitcoin network less secure in some ways. SegWit2x serves as an example of how much power lies in the hands of a few. Such obvious attempts of centralization should not be able to cause civil wars in Bitcoin community. This time, the community won, but nobody knows what will happen in the future. Wealth distribution is extremely unequal in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's volatility isn't going away anytime soon. Combination of these factors makes it hard to understand the real value of crypto assets. As critics mainly focus on Bitcoin, their pessimistic conclusions are often quite reasonable. If Ethereum was the representative of crypto assets, it would be much harder to simply call it a speculative bubble and a thing without actual value. All in all, Bitcoin's title has its pros and cons, just like anything else. Decades later, we might have a completely different situation, but at this stage, blockchain space needs Bitcoin, as simple as that. Thanks for watching, and till the next time.